The flowing crimson tide prompted the alien to reassess its life decisions. Lieutenant Nyla Jenkins surveyed the remnants of the Draconi Armada obliterated by humanity's unyielding spirit. The Vrax warlords, once merciless destroyers of civilizations, were now reduced to inert debris in the cold embrace of space. Reflecting on the failed ambush against her ship, Jenkins' cunning strategy had turned the tables, transforming hunters into prey and securing a decisive victory. This triumph echoed across the galaxy, marking mankind as apex predators. However, Jenkins knew this newfound status would invite challenges from rival empires. Admiral Leon Carter, with calculating eyes, contemplated strategies amidst the majesty of space. His thoughts focused on leveraging this victory to assert human supremacy. As a distress signal from Alara interrupted, Carter saw an opportunity to showcase humanity's dominance against the existential threat of the swarm. Lieutenant Jenkins, still riding the adrenaline of her last maneuver, prepared for the next challenge with determination etched in her eyes. She embraced a mission to liberate Alara from the swarm's grasp. As the crew rallied behind her, Carter emphasized humanity's willingness to face any adversity. As Alara's devastation unfolded on the view screen, Nyla's grim expression revealed the daunting task ahead. Despite the odds, her resolve remained unshaken. Addressing her team, she invoked the courage of their ancestors and outlined a daring plan to reclaim Alara through bravery and strategy. The plan involved dropping elite strike forces onto the ravaged surface in shielded pods, selected for their skill and intellect. The briefing room filled with tension as Nyla's fiery conviction fueled hope among her battle-hardened crew. The soldiers forged connections with Elleran resistance fighters, uniting to surgically strike the swarm's weak points, a strategy deemed too risky by other species. Humanity's answer to the swarm's onslaught unfolded as pods descended, revealing soldiers protected by advanced suits. Sergeant Ortiz rallied Elleran survivors, preparing for the counterattack against the beasts. On the vanguard, Nyla oversaw brutal orbital strikes, ready to reinforce her embattled soldiers. Despite mounting casualties and the burden of command, Nyla's voice remained steady, urging them forward. Amidst the chaos on the surface of Alara, victory remained uncertain, but humanity's unyielding spirit prevailed. Commander Lucas Mercer led his squad through the wasteland, searching for the key to victory amidst the swarm's infestation. Spotting the argent needlegrass, he knew it held the potential to disrupt the invaders. With Elleran survivors by their side, they harvested the plant, drawing the swarm's wrath. In the midst of battle, Mercer's rallying cries bolstered the ranks as they faced the swarm's primal rage with steely defiance. Despite the odds, humanity's commitment and sacrifice were evident. As they stood firm against the swarm's onslaught, determined to make them regret their aggression. The vanguard gleamed with the silent promise of heavenly fire should her crew falter amidst the maelstrom's fury. Humanity's mettle shone alongside their interstellar kin, their shared stand etched into the galactic archives. This was their hour of defiance, a testament to cooperation and the raw, gritty spirit binding them all together. As alarms screamed and the ship shuddered under relentless barrage, Lieutenant Nyla Jenkins remained steadfast on the bridge, focused solely on guiding her crew through the chaos. Engineering Chief Malcolm Price coaxed power to weakening systems, embodying humanity's grit. On the gun deck, the crew roared with fury, unleashing blistering plasma blasts against the swarm. Meanwhile, on Alara's charred surface, Lucas Mercer led his team in a last stand against the encroaching swarm. Bonded by human tenacity, they held the line with combined fire, their resolve unyielding even amidst the horrors surrounding them. Despite being light years apart, Lucas and Nyla shared a resolve that defined humanity's spirit for generations. In the crucible of battle, they proved that when pushed to the brink, their determination would reign supreme. As the battle raged and chaos closed in, the vanguard and her squadron faced the relentless swarm. Nyla stood firm amidst the maelstrom, fixated on the scene before her, refusing to yield even as failure reports flickered. Suddenly, sleek ships bearing the insignia of the Viridian Confederacy appeared, shocking everyone aboard. Nila's heart pounded as Admiral Drake's voice filled the comm, pledging support to humanity. With the Viridians disrupting the swarms signals, Nyla commanded a revised strategy, coordinating with the newfound allies to push back the enemy. As the joint fleet herded the swarm into kill zones, sacrifice came for both sides, but victory ultimately belonged to humanity and their allies. Exhaling as the victory resonated within her bones, Nyla understood that their stand had sent a clear message to the galaxy. Humanity emerged unyielding, capable of forging defiant hope alongside their allies. War machines were replaced by politics as a frenzy of activity engulfed the scene. Alien dignitaries from various species congregated, their attire shimmering under the light. Among them stood Lieutenant Nyla Jenkins, her uniform adorned with stern decorations and medals, now serving a symbolic purpose. As the envoys approached cautiously, Nyla's voice rang out clear, emphasizing humanity's intent to guide and build rather than conquer. Treaties were signed, drawing humanity closer to the heart of power and dominion. Yet, amidst the alliances, whispers of deception lingered, prompting Nyla to remain vigilant. Alone in her quarters, Nyla conferred with Commander Lucas Mercer, both acknowledging the rise of jealousies and new enemies in the wake of humanity's ascension. Determined to protect their fragile balance of power, they pledged to watch each other's backs. Tasks melted into pacts and plots as Nyla navigated the halls of power, acutely aware of the daggers aimed at her back. Despite the threats, she remained steadfast, carving humanity's name into the stars as apex predators. Meanwhile, aboard the Vanguard, Commander Lucas Mercer found himself among the galaxy's greatest minds, facing an ominous signal from beyond known space. Urgently contacting Nyla, he relayed the gravity of the situation, signaling a potential threat worse than the swarm. In the shadow of victory, Lucas and Nyla braced themselves for a new challenge, ready to confront whatever darkness lurked beyond the stars. Lieutenant Nyla Jenkins, once a warrior now diplomat, met Commander Mercer's eyes as he outlined the discovery in stark brevity. Understanding the gravity of the situation, Nyla nodded, signaling to rally allies and begin preparations immediately. The Vanguard became a hive of activity, transmitting calls to allied reaches as proof of their stand against the encroaching darkness. Returning to the Concorde with grand determination, Lucas focused on piercing the veil of the unknown, drawing on reserves of grit as the chamber hummed with life. Lights dimmed as they awaited the storm approaching from the cosmic unknown. In the war room, Lieutenant Nyla Jenkins' face was shadowed as she raised her chin in defiance to the looming projections revealing the spectral threat. Mobilizing the fleet and allies, Nyla's voice pierced the silence, steel-edged and stern as she dispatched messages across the galaxy. Meanwhile, light years away, Lucas Mercer studied ancient spectral signatures, seeking a weakness in the ominous threat. Their efforts bore fruit, as revolutionary weapons took shape, combining human genius with shared knowledge. As the shade bled from the abyss, the bulwark ignited to life under Nyla's watchful gaze. When the shade finally emerged, the bulwark held, buying time for a greater blow. Amidst the chaos, Nyla's voice guided the allied armada, conducting the ebb and flow of battle with tactical brilliance. In hallowed halls, Lucas Mercer's words built armaments, turning theory into munitions to turn the tide of battle. When ready, he hurled these deadly riddles of science to the fleets, adapting hope and rekindling determination. In the midst of anarchy, Nyla discerned the shade's fatal flaw. Seizing the moment to unveil its core with purpose burning bright, she led the charge. As energy rippled and roared, the enemy crumbled into the ether. Amidst celebrations echoing across freed worlds, Nyla and Lucas exchanged glances, knowing that peace was as fragile as it was precious. Yet it was the human heart, unwavering in unity and ferocity, that shone brightest in their hard-earned victory.